there's a new messiah in town. He can sometimes be mascaria and other times deadpan serious. From street crime in California to the future of human race. From population implosion to frontiers of science and tech, and everything in between. Nothing escapes his application of mind, and his solutions come pronto in short, crisp tweets. His latest obsession is regime change in the American arc of influence. He is Elon Musk. This week, he has done an interview on his social media platform X with a rising star from the German right, AfD leader Alice Weidel, trying to bring to her some global attention. Has held a meeting with allies to deliberate on whether the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Sir Keir Starmer, be ousted. Called Canadian PM, just out Trudeau, girl, you are not important anymore. Musk has also talked up opposition in France, Denmark and Norway. Like this column suggests, Musk has even cultivated individual MPs who push his ideology, reflect his concerns, bat for his interests, and align their politics with his positions. Debate is intensifying in several European countries about Musk's political interference. Given his power and influence, it can be consequential. Look at some of the reactions. This is how German government responded. The normal people, the sensible people, the decent people are far in the majority in this country, a spokesman said. A week after the government accused the tycoon of using his social media site X to try and promote the interests of the far-right Alternative for Germany, AfD, ahead of the federal elections in February. We act as if Mr. Musk's statements could influence a country of 84 million people with untruths or half-truths or expressions of opinion. This is simply not the case, he added. Olaf Scholz was not the only European leader with strong words for Musk on Monday, with France's President Emmanuel Macron, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and Norway's Prime Minister Jonas Gahr also raising concerns.
Entscheidend ist, dass Herr Musk eine in Teilen rechtsextremistische Partei unterstützt hat und wie man sieht, ja nicht nur hierzulande in dieser Richtung agiert. Und das ist etwas, wo wir nicht nur nicht einverstanden sind. Das weise ich zurück.
10 years ago, who could have imagined if we had been told that the owner of one of the largest social networks in the world would support a new international reactionary movement and intervene directly in elections, including in Germany, said Macron. Starmer was asked to react to comments from Musk, who has implied that Starmer did not do enough to go after child grooming circles when he was a prosecutor. Those that are spreading lies and misinformation as far and as wide as possible, they are not interested in victims, they are interested in themselves, Starmer told a press conference without mentioning Musk by name. Norway's Store said he found it worrying that a man with considerable access to social networks and significant economic resources is so directly involved in the internal affairs of other countries. Musk is also accused of using his influence peddling in aid of his business interests. Following mutual praise between him and Giorgia Meloni, now reports have emerged that the Italian government is in talks to sign a US $1.65 billion deal for Starlink connectivity. The opposition is already alleging a sellout on national security. What fueled those voices is the fact that the reports of the deal emerged only days after Meloni had a meeting with Musk at President-elect Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida.
The problem is, when wealthy people use their resources to fund parties, associations, political representatives in the middle of the world to condition the political choices of national states. That's not what Musk is doing. Elon Musk financed the election campaign in his country of his candidate in a system in which, by the way, I point out that it is quite common. But I am not aware of Elon Musk financing parties, associations, or political exponents around the world. This, for example, is what George Soros does. And yes, I consider that to be a dangerous interference in the affairs of nation-states and in their sovereignty. Is the problem that Elon Musk is influential and rich, or that he is not left-wing?
SpaceX has more than 7,000 satellites in space and provides services to over 100 countries. We know the role Musk played in the Ukraine war, helping Ukraine sustain its war efforts, but sometimes obliging the Russians to, at the switch of a button. A concerned European Union has commissioned a project to have a rival to Starlink with 260 of its own satellites by the year 2030, a typical European deadline. Closer home, just last week, our ISRO had to delay launch of its SpaceX mission by a couple of minutes due to SpaceX satellite traffic. How mercurial the maverick can be. Only a fortnight after hailing Nigel Farage as the next best hope for the British, he trashed him in favor of jailed Tommy Robinson at the first whiff of disagreements. This at least suggests that for Musk, there are no permanent friends or foes, only permanent interests. While that's a classical foreign policy formulation, it does not apply to individuals who are at best the first buddies of the president. And that too, for how long is the question. Remember, Trump is muskier than Musk when it comes to guarding self-interest. There are already reports of some disquiet building up in Trump transition team over almost permanent and often uninvited presence of Musk at the Mar-a-Lago. In one instance, Musk reportedly gate-crashed into Trump's meeting with Amazon boss Jeff Bezos. What Musk is doing seems fun from a distance, and it for sure does not amount to regime change, something which was perfected by the Soros ecosystem in cahoots with the deep state. But still, it is jarring. It assumes people and societies do not know what's in their self-interest. It treats institutions with contempt. It's a world where in his own little galaxy, the tweets are commandments. We need to be very careful of the messiahs messing around. There have been too many already. The world can for sure do with one less, particularly when this one comes with business links attached. Thanks for watching.